My student ID is 2023248032. For financial challenges, as a student, I face financial difficulties. Even though I received a PTPTN loan, it wasn't enough to cover food, transport, and other expenses. To overcome this, I cut down on cafe bills and online shopping. From this experience, I learned how to budget well. For financial habit, one of my positive habits is saving 200 ringgit in my public gold account whenever I get my PTPTN money. I also like collecting 916 gold like this and this. Even if in a small amount. However, my bad habits are impulsive buying and being inconsistent with my goal saving. To improve this, I plan to more discipline and reduce unnecessary spending. 3. Design my rich life. For me, rich life is not just about the money. It means having the freedom to explore different cultures, travel around the world, and at the same time to have steady finances so I can provide to my parents. My financial vision is for the short term, which is for 5 years. I plan to finish paying off my education loan and save at least 20,000 ringgit as an emergency fund. For medium term, 10 years later, I want to save at least 300,000 ringgit to buy my first home. For the long term, 20 years later, I aim to achieve financial freedom and prepare the education fund for my future children.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Intan Nurul Nabila Binti Ishaq. My ID number is 2023C34C94. The first one, financial challenge. While I'm continuing my study in another state, I had to learn to be independent, finding financial resource. Even though I work part-time while study, the income was still not enough to cover my daily needs and study costs. In fact, my part-time salary was only just enough, and sometimes I had to be prudent in my spending to save. However, I still set aside a part of my salary as an emergency saving so that I will not spend excessively. This experience also taught me to always practice forgiveness and avoid waste. Second, financial habit. Every time I receive a PTPTN loan, I will save 500 to 600 in account that is really used as an emergency saving in case anything happen. In addition, I also allocate 100 every month into a public gold account as a form of gold investment for my future. To maintain this habit, I need to reduce spending on non-essential by prioritizing need over wants. I believe that good financial management from my study will benefit me greatly in the future, especially when I start entering the world of work and real life. Third one is rich life. For me, rich is not just about having millions of ringgit, but simplify having stable finance so that I can spend without thinking twice. Work for me is when I can meet my own needs and those of my family and spend on whatever they want. The truth is, true happiness does not lie in the amount of money, but in the happiness of the people I love when they feel happy with that I will give to them. I want to be financially stable, such as being able to manage my education low repayments and continue to save for an emergency saving. At the same time, I intend to make consistent gold investment as effort to gradually grow my savings. For 10 years, I aspire to make large saving and investment so that I can achieve goals such as buying a house, supporting my family, and traveling around the world. At this point, I want my finances to be at stable level so that I no longer have to worry about unexpected expenses. As 20 years. For 20 years, I'm trying to have multiple source of income, whether through investment or real estate or business. I will also try to start saving for my child's education, support my parents, and do a charity work.
Hello everyone, my name is Intan Nurul Binti Ishaq. My metric number is 2023C34C96. One of the financial challenges I face as a student and young adult is need to be a frugal so that my saving will not run out. I carefully budget my daily needs, making sure not to spend more than 20 ringgit per day. It also challenging to manage my monthly commitment, which is paying for rent and phone bills. At times, this requires me to sacrifice leisure activity or delay certain purchases to stay financially stable. My financial habit include blowing PT and through my degree, and whenever is the allowance is credit, I immediately save 500 or above. In addition, I work part-time every weekend, which is earn me around 160 per week. This income help cover my food expenses during classes or weekday. I also make sure to purchase only the item that necessary so that I do not overspend each month. I dream of one day having a strong financial saving, enough for me to spend without constantly worry about being frugal. I aspire to have my own car and house, symbol of independence and success. I envision myself thriving in the corporate world, making full use of my degree, and building a career I can be proud of. One day, I will travel the world, explore new places, and share my success by treating my family with the income I earn. This is the life I am determined to create, a life of stability, achievement, and happiness. My financial vision, I aim to have a stable income, consistent saving, and the ability to manage my money commitment well. In the short term, 1 to 5 years, I want to save 500 per month, pay off small debt, and easily cover my living expenses. And then in the middle short term, 5 to 10 years, I want to buy a house or car and build up an emergency fund, which is the 6 to 12 month. And lastly, in the long term, 10 to 20 years, I want to become financially independent, travel the world, support my family, and secure my saving in retirement.
My name is Nura Ella Natasha binti Nazari. My ID number is 2023634926. My financial challenge. I've had a number of financial difficulties while I was a student. It has never been easy to pay for textbooks, tuition, and daily living expenses on a tight budget. I frequently have to prioritize necessities above wants while creating my budget. Part-time work is beneficial, but juggling work and school can be challenging. Sometimes it's even more difficult for me to stick to my budget because of unforeseen costs such as urgent travel or medical fees. Despite these difficulties, I've developed the ability to prudently manage my money and make deliberate spending choices. Next is my financial habits. It's critical to establish sound financial practice, particularly as a student. To make sure I spend money sensibly, I've learned to track my expenses and budget my income. Even a tiny amount saved on a monthly basis help me budget for unforeseen expenses and emergencies. I evaluate prices before making purchase, avoid needless debt, and put needs before wants. Learning about finance helps me make better decisions, and setting financial objectives encourage me to handle my money sensibly. I can improve my money management and lessen my financial stress by putting these habits into practice. Next, designing my rich life. Money is only one aspect of a full life. Other factors include freedom, contentment, and balance. It entails prudent money management, debt avoidance, and saving and investing. Purpose and fulfillment are enhanced by memorable experience, meaningful relationships, personal development, and good health. Stability, education, well-being, and connection are all components of a truly rich life that enable one to live fully and purposefully. My financial vision. My financial goal is to become financially secure and free so that I may live comfortably and not to worry about money. I want to avoid needless debt, manage my income sensibly, save and invest regularly, and generate several sources of income. In the end, I want to be able to support my loved one, follow my passions, and change the world with the resource I have.
Hi, my name is Siti Najwa binti Raslan. My matric number is 2023262142. Financial challenges as student or young adults. One major challenge I faced as a student was managing the cost of living while studying far from home. I had to cover my daily meals, accommodation rent, and transportation expenses on my own. In addition, I also struggled to afford the personal wants that I desired, such as buying new clothes, cosmetic, getting a manicure and pedicure, and doing new hair treatments. Next, financial habits. I make sure to save at least 300 to 500 every month to build an emergency fund for future use. Sometimes I spend on non-essential things such as new clothes, makeup, or treatments when I feel stressed or want to reward myself. I will set a monthly limit for personal wants and avoid impulse buying to reduce unnecessary spending. Design my own rich life. For me, open my own coffee cafe business because I truly love coffee and want to share the passion with others. Buy my dream car and own a beautiful house where I can feel safe and comfortable. Spend money freely without stress, being able to buy what I want without worrying about my budget. Your financial vision. For myself, my dream of opening my own coffee cafe fit with my 10 years financial goal of starting and growing a successful business. My wish to buy a dream car and my own beautiful house connects with my medium and long-term financial goals. Through careful budgeting, building good credits and saving consistently, I will be able to afford the big purchases without financial pressure. The goal of spending money freely without stress linked to my long-term vision of being financially independent. That's it. Thank you.